Okay, we're going. Welcome back to Somber Tango. Oh, my microphone.
Ooh,
Oh, I was moving last time.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we're arguing whether we're on turn 10 or not. I kind of forgot. So it's been a while since we got going. It's been a tiring week. So we just what the whole kitchen.
We have more to go.
We have more to go. So, so we cast Grove Fortress, and what it is that normally fortresses take 4 turns to make, but as Pan, I can go into a forest and I can magically create them in 1 turn.
Oh,
And so it costs a bunch of nature gems, but in my opinion, it's worth it because you're getting it immediately and it doesn't cost you money, so your money can go to other things, more made or more troops or whatever. Yeah, I think it ends up being something like I want to say 900 for 35 gems, 30. It's about as much. Like normally about 30 gold per gem is about right. So it's kind of efficient, but I don't know. And I get a lot of nature gems. Oh, gems are you get them from magical sites and you produce them, and those are what you use to make. You use it to cast spells and make magical items. So we'll see them. They're normally more important later. So, uh, so the first one he went after these bone tribes. These bone tribes are really good because they've got these death mages, and so that's really good. Except that he's already got death. And I didn't know he got. I just glossed over this because it would have been nice to have these guys for me. Because I don't have any death access. He does. He has tons of death. So I probably should have taken this over. And yeah, Vish, and he probably offered, but. And then so I went in and I got one of my last the barbarian province. I took it flawlessly. Really, really cool. I'm not sure the replay is going to show me getting it flawlessly because it's pretty freaking amazing to get. Barbarians hit so hard. So these guys hit for 25 damage. Actually, that's the 24. Yeah, so they did 24 damage, and these guys have got like 20. Wrong guy again. These guys have got 23 hit points. So if he wins by 8, he one shots my white centaur. If he hits twice, he's probably gonna kill me here. They've got a pretty good attack, like 12 attack is really good. That's again, keep getting the leader like randomly. It's wild. Okay, so he's got like an 11 attack, which is it's better than average. 10 is average. So they're very killy, but if you look, their protection is 7, and anything less than 10, like 10 is baseline. So like they have higher hit points, lower protection, lower magic resist, lower morale, higher strength, higher defense.
so they're plus one.
Exactly, and it's normally very painful. Okay, this guy's in danger. Okay, there we go. Now we're not in danger. So what it probably was is that my guy's defense is so high with 19 defense that they just couldn't hit me. I got really lucky. And I also have like 16 white centaurs is a lot. Now, do you see the next 2 fights?
Mm-hmm.
What's funny about them? So
Same.
yeah, they're the same names, but look over here. Flags. So this is Vicious flag. This is the independent flag. And this is the nation Arcocephali that we talked about last time with the flying centaurs. So this means we bump. And this can be really, really bad. Because Vish went in first, and because he got in first, like it's just random chance, a coin flip, who attacks first. And Vish took damage. And he was fighting against barbarians, so it really sucks. So, these are the Arcocephali units. They fly up in the air, they land. They got really good defense, but like I said, like they're only one per to a square. You see how each one has only got one to a square, so they're more likely to get their defense whittled down because they're guaranteed to be hit. And every time you're hit, your defense goes down one. It's called harassed penalty. So your defense skill can go really low until they can finally hit you. It's just too many people swinging swords at you, and you finally get hit. And if there's two of you in there, it's a 50-50 which one they're going to hit. So it's less likely that they're going to hit you. And so it's less likely your defense is going to go down. With these guys, they can only go one to a square, so it's kind of, they're not as good as my white centaurs. But the downside is they're set to attack rear. And if you look, who's in the back? This guy right here is my leader. And this guy's a leader. Or Vish's leader. These are Vish's two leaders. They're going to fly up in the air. Ready, set, and maybe. Oh, that actually worked really. Okay, so it didn't sticky them. So there they go up, and now they come down. Now the thing is that it's based on a morale check, I think it is, or something like that, whether they actually attack the rear or not. In this time, for some reason or another, they didn't actually go and attack the rear. If they would have, Vish would be dead right now. Instead,
Really?
oh yeah, he would have lost both his leaders. Instead, these guys come around, and if you look, this guy has something called harass penalty. And that means he's getting, many people are striking him with a stick. And now his defense has gone down from 14 down to 14. So he had, normally it goes up to 17. But because of the shield penalty and the blood surge is also a bonus. Because of the harass penalty, it's going down to 14. 14, and then he's got blood surge, which means that he killed somebody. So that gives him +1. Mounted means that he's on a horse, so it's actually easier to defend. And then armor and shield defense modifiers, that's like his armor making him slower. And so these kind of negate each other. So he's back to 14. Then his shield goes up to 4, and harass goes down. So pretty much it makes his shield makes it easier to dodge as well. So he's back to 14. Okay. And then you'll just see these guys finally, like, hits are, like, it's not all the time, but every once in a while you'll see, like, this guy's going to get surrounded, and then poof. And you see now he's down to 12. 12. I want to see, yeah, see down he's down to 9. And these guys got 11 attacks. So that means he's guaranteed to be hit, and now he died. So Vish won the fight, and he only lost 8 guys. 8 guys were 7 gold. 56 gold. These guys are really cheap, crappy guys. These 5 guys are worth 55 gold each. So this guy lost about, like, and then the leader too. So you're looking at like 400 gold compared to like 50 gold. So it was a big win for us. And then he also had, so he triple expanded. He's actually he's catching up and beyond me at this point because Marverni went so slow expanding that he's blowing by he's taking Marverni's territory. We got this guy called a White Centaur, and this is an H3. The Holy 3. Holy 3s are super important because you see these thrones down here, right? You need, in order to win the game, we need to get 17 points. And most of them are worth 2 points. One of them is worth 3 points. So either 9 of the 2-pointers or 8 and then, or I'm sorry, 7 in one of the 3-pointers. So in order to claim the throne, you need to use my prophet, which I don't have yet, or another H3. So getting this guy randomly was a really big deal because now I can use him to go claim these thrones. In addition, he has this spell that's called Divine Blessing. And what it does is that the entire battlefield gets blessed. Do you remember how I missed that guy the one time? I will never miss again. And not only that, but I only need him, and he can bless every single White Centaur I have. So what we can do is I can like load this guy up like this, and not only that, but this guy can now I can put him into line. I normally don't want to, but I can. Yeah, normally you do the box because it's easier to buff them, to give them benefit, give them strength, give them their holy or that. So now that I've got this, I'm like, yeah, it's time to go kill some elephants. So we're gonna go kill some elephants a lot. This guy anywhere else. Yeah, so we're gonna go kill a bunch of elephants, and then from here we're gonna take 3 spots. So Vish over here took this territory, so he's filling in the rest of his territory, and this one here, and then this one down here. In at this point, like it's equal C1-2, and then Arcocephaly is his capital 1-2, so it's kind of midway. And Yomi really likes mountains, so we're not going to give this one up. We're willing to fight for this one, even though Arcocephaly is not a fun nation to fight against early game. So,
Why?
because they got flyers. Their
Oh,
guys. Watch. These guys move 22 and they fly, so they ignore map. So or map. So if you see, like, this guy can move all the way. 24 would go from here all the way to here. These two territories, and that's not even counting the fact that they're flying. Actually, I don't think it matters if they're flying. Yeah, but they go like they hit all over the place, so like they take all your territory right away. It's really annoying. And so there's ways of countering it. Like the way to counter it is what you do is like you put this little commander right up here. So you buy really cheap commanders, like one of these cheapo guys, and then you oops, no, not that one. And then you put him right here, and then all of his guys will go on attack rear. So they'll attack back here. They'll kill the commander, but because you still have a commander alive, the troops that are the independent or your normal troops will turn around and kill those guys. They're not very strong. In fact, to be honest, they're kind of weak, but they kill the commanders, and that's what makes them strong. Their rating potential. And so you can kill them. It's easy enough to kill them, but yeah, that's kind of the strategy to do it. So that's the end of this turn. Did we go? We went over Arcocephaly. Did we talked about that? Yeah, we talked about Hephaestus and how they've got like seducers and they've
yeah.
got chariots and stuff like that. They're a really strong nation. We don't want to go to war with them. They're like way. So if you see these gems up here, I'm getting 6 green ones, nature gems, 1 water, and 1 fire. I think I start with 6 nature. So right now I'm not getting any bonus nature except for my capital. I start with this one. But we just found this site this turn at this place that we visited, or that we took over, sorry. And it has a lava lake, and it gives us a fire and a water per turn. Now to grow this fortress, it costs us 35 nature gems. So that's just casting the spell, and it brings up. So like I can't make another one, but I really want to make one here, here, and possibly. It's all it is you make these fortresses, you make the temples, you make the laboratories. That's it. This is not SimCity. Although there are many players who like to play it like, and it's really annoying. Or Civilization. Yeah, well, no, because even Civilization has fighting in it. Like these people will literally, I'm sitting there going like, there's somebody winning the game. We need to stop them, but I need to build my economy and my army and blah blah blah. And 20 turns later, they're still not doing it. So what this guy did is this guy searched the site or searched the land looking for magic sites. And okay, so we had another bump again. So maybe this one will go this. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So lots of really good troops versus crappy troops plus a mage. Who do you think's gonna win?
I
Yeah. Hold on, just a second. Can you say again? Say it again. If they have a mage, what's right?
oh, if they have age, can bless their um troops.
Okay. Just so you know, I think that I have a filter, so it you gotta talk really loud. You might have been getting muted because you're really quiet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're trying to keep the kids down. So sorry if you haven't been hearing my wife the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah, she says I don't listen to her, and maybe I just have a filter in my ear. Do I?
no. It's you do. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I need to see. Let me see if I can get rid of that real quick. Oh, noise suppression. Okay, so I just gotta bring this down. I think this will work. Okay, try talking again.
Hello.
Now you gotta talk like your quiet, normal self.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think that's working. So okay, so let's see how this works. I'm just gonna turn the noise suppression level all the way off, and maybe that'll start picking up everything. If you guys can hopefully it's actually up. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh yeah, now it's picking you up. And they come down and pop. Uh-oh. Okay, that just killed his leader, like it's supposed to. Um, and at this point, they're gonna start running away. But they're gonna run into these guys, so maybe we'll kill one on the way out. We don't. Okay, so this was province defense, meaning that this was actually our territory. And he
oh.
just attacked our territory. Arcosapali has just went and attacked one of our territories. By the way, we hit the elephants, and then we'll talk about Arcosapali's attack. So remember how I was worried about these elephants? Well, let's see what happens. I have every white centaur I have created up until this point. I have brought an army to kill these elephants. And so we come down here, and boom! There goes the elephant. So let's see how many of our guys have died. All their elephants have died, and we lost nothing. And we learn a lesson through this. Trampling is really good, but when you trample, let me see if I can actually find one of these guys. There it goes. Okay. Uh, War Elephant tried to trample White Centaur, who evaded most of the attack. So we can actually dodge dodge the trample, and we only take 1 damage. So normally you take a whole bunch of damage, but we only took 1. And because of that, we learned that these white centaurs are actually very good at dealing with tramplers, which is going to come up later. So they've got 20 defense, and so he's going to dodge that. And then their trample, I don't know what their trample is. Maybe it's like their attack skill or something. But either way, we come in here, and then we wreck them. Now, sadly, I think we do lose 1 or 2 here or there, but like we did lose a couple centaurs, but not too bad considering that we killed 7 more elephants. They're still barbarians. Yep. Okay, so we finally got research. Yay, we got research! I'm so happy. And then this is gonna get us alterations. Gonna give us something called oh, where is it? We're looking for swarm, and what it does is it creates a whole bunch of like frogs and creepy crawly things, and it goes in. Yeah. And then we also want Mother Oak, which will give us gems per turn. We get 10 nature gems per turn if we cast it, so it's really good. We want that. So our goals are Swarm and Mother Oak. So what's going on with this? They've attacked one of our territories. What happened?
They won.
They went to war with us. But that's not really what happened. What happened was that Vish went and said, "Look, sorry, our bad. We didn't mean to bump you." He did mean to bump him. Didn't mean to bump you, but you know what? You let me have this uh because I'm Yomi and I need my mountains, and you can have this one. Now, I'm kind of curious. I have a because Fish is kind of he's sneaky like okay, so this one's 47, and the other one um is 41. So it's about the same. It's about the same price for both of them. So he's making the same money for each. Normally these things are very, very expensive. So what he said is that like, look, we don't want war with you. You don't want war with us. Let's get along, and then we're gonna be just fine.
So,
Yeah, they did. You gotta talk really loud too. I think.
Oh, so Fish gave a controlling territory,
Yeah, he gave him one territory for one territory, and that's what ended up happening.
but I thought the mountain was already yummy.
It was. We won this bump, but they were kind of upset about the bump, and they wanted this province, so we gave them this one instead.
Oh,
So
and then if you like orbit, and
I don't think it'd be good for either of us, and I don't think it's gonna be a quick fight either way. My white centaurs kind of counter him. If I can keep my leaders alive, his guys just die.
so
Yeah. Let me see if I can move this somewhat closer to. Oh no, that's not getting any closer.
I
Okay, there we go. Okay, bring it down more. Yeah, it's kind of stuck the way it is. Sorry. Okay, so but yeah, that's about the highlight of the turn. Not only am I moving up here, I'm also moving up to start taking over some of Marverni's territory. We've seen up here now that like this is Van, which are the elves, and that's not his partner. So the elves have taken a lot of this northern territory. Niflheim is taken to his west, and all that's left is this stuff over here. But that means that, and then we found his partner up here. This is Roos. So that means Roos and him only control this territory right here, which is incredibly small, meaning they failed at expansion as far as we know. Like, we could be wrong, maybe we're missing something, but as far as we know, they have failed in expansion. So let's move on to turn 12. Oh, turn 2. Okay, so good news is the dormant pretender gods are awaking, but the downside is we don't have one. So we don't get our pretender until turn 36, but the other guys get theirs. Yeah, we went with the imprisoned one. So the other thing is that we finally found a magic site. So our guy actually found the Garden of Weeping Roses. So let's look and see real quick if there's anything of note. Just typical expansion, typical expansion. Oh, bump. Okay.
oh, what is dumb?
Bump means that you went in there to go kill the independents and you didn't find the independent.
Oh, you
Bad guys. So this is kind of scary because these guys are charioteers. Now I'm going to tell you, I've already watched this battle, and it doesn't turn out quite the way that it did in the actual battle. So we're going to see how this one happens. Now these guys are tramplers. So they're just going to eat these fools. Trample, trample, trample. And they just jump on them. Now the thing about trampling is because they're 6 to a square, this whole square, all 6 of these guys are about to get trampled. So boom, boom, boom. But they slowly get surrounded.
yeah, they die.
And then they die. Okay. This is not what happened in the actual battle. In the actual battle, we almost lost this Dione. He almost died. We killed none of his guys, and he killed a bunch of ours. But you see what would have happened. The problem is that they got surrounded. And in this battle, they went after this group. In the other battle, they went off the side, and I think they hit the fringes. So I think what they did is, instead of going up here, they went down here together, and they started taking out these guys. And instead of getting surrounded, they killed them slowly. But yeah, see, they went right through the middle, and that was death. So we could have won this bump. Could have had just as successful, but we didn't. So that's the end of our. We have nothing else at this point. What's in between us, so that's the end. So luckily we won't bump anymore. And then he tried to kill some barbarians, and he was successful, but barbarians are going to take their toll. So nothing big. We got some gems, and we got some gems. That was really good.
Like, you guys dumb.
No, we can't attack. You can't attack each other's territory. Like the first guy that got there would be successful, and then the second one, you just coexist. But I'm gonna show you later. It's really kind of cool. Our troops actually match each other. We've actually got the same. We've got the same model, but not the same skin. So like you get to see like two models that are the same but different. So you'll see it later. So one of the things that was really fun early game is that we have a comet heading towards heading for Earth. Oh wow, look, it is Earth. Um oh yeah, it's fine. So I get the so like it was really kind of fun for them to um for like people to talk to each other and be like, oh my goodness, coming to Earth. So we get unrest, which is really bad. It lowers our income.
Mm.
And then we got another special unit. So this special unit is really cool because it's a double unit. There's actually two people here, and they have awe, which means it's harder for people to hit them, and they're innate casters, meaning they cast faster. Now the downside is they've only got 23 hit points, so they're not very. You don't really want them to be like you don't want them on the front line too well or too much because they've got really good path.
Mm.
But it's just one of those things. It's a really good site searcher, so we're gonna send him out and we're gonna have him going to look for water sites and nature sites and all the other stuff. Now, if you look, okay, so this guy found this one right here, which gives us 2 nature gems per turn, which is really nice. That's more forts for us. And if you look right here, it says 4 green, 2 dark red, and then a brown. And that means that he searched to level 1 for earth, level 4 for nature, and level 2 for blood. And this site, I don't know if it was like nature, but it's either nature 1, 2, 3, or 4. Most of the sites are either 1 or 2. There are some that are 3 and some that are 4. But so like if you go to like 2, it's a really good idea to go to nature 2. So we're gonna come down here because I'm worried about attacking us. And I think we're actually gonna dump this main ad here. Oh nope, never mind. We can take the main ad with us. Yay! So he's gonna come here. I'll probably search here, and then we'll build a fort here in a couple.
Mm.
So that's the goal. The other thing is that we now have a border with Marverni, and at this point we're gearing and ready to go. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna hopefully bump him. I really want to bump him. That's the goal. These guys are invisible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sneak in here. What do you mean? Because I think I can win, and then I can accidentally kill him without declaring war. Oh, I killed both of these guys. Okay, then I'm gonna go up here, and I want anything that's left up here is gonna be mine. The Bulba's way up here. If they want to pick a fight with me, they can. They don't want to pick a fight with me. They've already talked to me, and I think they know that there's a bullseye on them. So I'm talking to Fomori. I'm telling him, hey, it's turn 12, and normally if I agree to borders, you agree to take the territory by turn 12. So I kind of put a light underneath them, saying like you got to take it. We're gonna come over, take these things, and then we'll be done with expansion, and then we'll be ready for our attack on Marverni. We're not gonna attack Marverni yet, but I can definitely tell you that it's coming up very soon. Arcoscephali is Arcoscephali has gone to peace, and they're telling us that they're gonna go to war with Van. We have a visitor.
No. Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm hearing my son out there. I think. Okay, so let's move on to turn 13 really quick, and we'll actually get a bunch of turns in for this turn or this episode. We gotta make this one really quick though. So, Vish is done expanding. He's moving towards the Marverni border, and we're gonna go to war very soon. We got a High Priest, which is really cool. High Priests are H2, and they normally come with a bunch of crappy units, but that means that they can knock down forts. We don't have my main ads yet. My main ads are the things that are going to make the troops. I do have a couple pans that you saw me do, and we'll look at them this turn, and they're starting to produce main ads, but not enough to knock down forts right now. So that's great. Now we got people that can knock down forts. We also got a bunch of nature gems, which means that we can get another fort ourselves. And then we went up here. We killed these dark vines are really scary. Normally there's a whole bunch of them. Luckily there was only one this time. They've got 126 hit points. Yeah, that's like more than like a super combatant. So they've also got 3 attacks, and so they're normally very scary. In addition, we came across 4 mages. So like, or 5 mages, and not only that, but they're blood 2 mages, so they're ridiculously good mages. And so this is kind of scary, but I've got an army of freaking white centaurs. We're just gonna wreck face. So okay, so if you saw, what they just did is they just made us. I didn't even know that. I didn't know independents could make communion. So these guys are now adding their blood, they're adding to the communion. Remember what I told you about communions? How you've got masters,
Oh yeah.
and then if you got 2, it boosts their pass by 1. If you got 4, and so these guys now move from blood 2, or no, blood. Yeah, blood 2. They're now blood 3. I don't know why it doesn't show that, but they should be blood 3 at this.
Yeah, really smart.
I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know the independents could actually do communion. Kind of cool to see. But yeah, we coming back, and then when their communion dies just like that. Now the thing is, they did put a bunch of our guys to sleep, which would have like, that's why it's scary. If I didn't have a whole lot of troops, like these guys just sitting here would have been very bad. But yeah, we've this poor vine, dark vine, was not meant to live this long, so we're gonna put it out of its tree. Oof. And then yeah, sadly the virgins are also gonna, casualties of war. Um, and then one of the guys was holding an item, and we actually were able to pick it up. And what that item does, it's a flask of holy water, and it automatically blesses without actually receiving a bless. Now that we don't need it because we've got this guy,
Yeah.
but who does need it is my the world, Yomi. This guy right here is one of the units that Vish really likes to use, and he's sacred, but he doesn't have any holy path.
Oh yeah.
And in order to bless himself, he needs a holy path. So giving it to this guy means that he would buff automatically. So I'm going to give it to him if this guy makes it back home. So once again, we've got this right here. And I talked to Zabalba, who's sitting right here, and he's like, do you want that province? Or he said, I think I'm going to move there next turn. And I said, I'm trying to bump Marverni. And I said, I don't care if I bump you too. I'm like, if you want to do a winner takes all, I'm cool with that. It's kind of close. It's closer to your border, but at the same time, you took this province down here, so
Yeah.
You can't complain about. And now we can kind of see the extent of, we saw these 2 provinces were Van, and now we know the province count of Marverni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh crap! I just counted 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So unless they went into Zabalba's territory, they've got 14 provinces, which is 1 shy of the average. But Roos, on the other hand, has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's 3 on the.
Yeah, so between the 2 of them, they have 21. And right now, I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. I almost have as much territory as the 2 of them combined. They're easy pickings. 4, 6, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Vish got 1 more than average. So like but even he's higher than either one of them. So we're doing really well. We're gonna go eat some face now. And remember, that's gonna bring me to 20. So I'll have 20 provinces compared to their 22.
Yeah.
Okay, score graphs real quick. Income. If you see this income boost, that's because of the incoming.
Oh yeah.
So if you see like our income starting to go down, our gem income is starting to go up. And the reason why Vish and I win games is because we always get gems. And this time it's not going so well because we're not searching really well. But early game is really hard to search anyways. But we're starting to get at least some gems. And the way that my buddy Sloth, the guy that passed away from cancer, he told me, he gave me a good idea of how to know whether you're doing well for gems. And that's, you look at the turn number, which is 13, and then you count your gems. And so I've got 8, 11.
Yeah.
If the turn number is higher, you're doing poorly. If you're higher, so the turn count kind of shows you where you should be. And that's, it's not an exact science. I'm sure that if I had like a bunch of death gems that I can't use, it'd be useless. But it gives you a general idea. It gives you a from the hip type of idea. So we're planning on going to war with Marverni. talking about bumping here. I'll keep it in suspense whether Zabalba wants to actually take that bump or not, and whether Marverni or what happens when Marverni and I actually bump here. I don't.
Hey,
Maybe
next
I'll dodge.
episode is
Yep, so the next episode should be really good. Oh, by the way, really quick, where are my pans? Oh, I don't have any pans. The pans I do have are out walking. So if you see right now, I have some main ads. So I've got like 12 here, and I've got like 13 here, but that's not enough. I've also got some random ones here. So like I don't really have enough main ads for it to be. I'm kind of in trouble right now because if you see, he's made 2 forts, and I need to bust these forts. If I can't bust these forts, it's all over for me. So, that is the end of the episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm hoping you guys can hear my wife, or at least a little bit. And if you can, at least you can guess what she said. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.
bye.